Vietnamese History in Westminster. On June 17, 1988, then Governor of California George Duke Mason came to Westminster and officially dedicated the name Little Saigon to the area bordered by Westminster Boulevard, Bosa Avenue, Magnolia Street, and Euclid Street. Once Saigon fell and lost control during the Vietnam War, it created a massive wave of refugees. 126,000 Vietnamese refugees had come into the U.S. by the end of the first wave in 1975. By 1990, the group numbered over 615,000, a 40-fold increase in just 15 years. The U.S. accepted 130,000 Vietnamese refugees. About 50,000 came to Camp Pendleton after churches from Orange County urged people to be sponsors. Why, you ask? Housing rent was affordable in Westminster, Santa Ana, Garden Grove, Anaheim, Costa Mesa, and Huntington Beach. More than 18,000 Vietnamese moved into these 6 cities within their first 5 years here. Frank Zhao, a Vietnamese refugee, opened Bridge Creek Development in 1978, where he purchased land in order to start Vietnamese businesses. At one point, Frank owned 1/3 of Little Saigon property, which included the Asian Garden Mall. But Westminster offered something none of the others had. A large swath of undervalued commercial property land along Bosa Avenue was cheap and available. Without this, Little Saigon could have never grown to more than 3,500 businesses it is home to today. More numbers! Then there was a second wave of refugees coming into the U.S., and that number totaled to 800,000 more. How about now? According to the United States Census Bureau, in 2016, the population of Vietnamese people was about 37,000. There is also over 4,000 Vietnamese businesses now. In 2012, Tritt Tha was Westminster and the United States' first Vietnamese American mayor. He was re-elected in 2014, yay! And again on 2016, yay! Let's take a look at a Vietnamese American from Westminster. So pretty much in the next few parts of the video, I'm going to be highlighting some important parts of an interview that I had with my friend. Pretty much, I held this interview for one of my essays I had earlier in the year, and I felt like he fit into the category of the information I found. So pretty much, there was a lot of Vietnamese youth, particularly boys, who had a disconnect from their families because of language barrier, and the struggle to find friends and some sort of acceptance in the US, especially at this time. So let's take a look. So pretty much at this point, what we got so far is that his family moved over here, and pretty much they built their way from the bottom to the top. At first, they were struggling to even find a home for everybody to fit in, and now his father is standing on 6 figures and the manager of 2 companies. In these next couple of frames, pretty much you're gonna be seeing me here assessing why my friend was hanging out with the wrong crowd. And pretty much, if you read, you'll see that he admits that it wasn't a gang, but a sort of acceptance and a family that he found outside of school in his own home, which he couldn't sometimes get. So right here, you're just seeing the rest of the conversation, and as you can see, like I said, he pretty much found his family for him here at the time, since he was, struggling to make that connect with his own family at first. At this point, my assessment in his answers, which pretty much led to the conclusion in my essay, was that assimilation is good and bad. The good part is for my friend to be able to find his friends through assimilation because he learned the cultures of America, and also it was bad though because the communities he was around was helping him be involved in gangs and whatnot. But as he matured, my friend started to combine his culture from the Vietnamese people and the new culture he was learning in the US, and figured out a way how to use the best of both worlds to his advantage. And today, he's doing very good in school, despite the fact that the area was around wasn't always the best. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. That's it from Marky B.